Um, Josh, you're gonna have to pay attention to Twitch chat for me today
I got you.
because I have to keep Focusrite up with all my notes and whatnot, so I can't pull up any windows while I have that up.
You can't pull
But
up
yes.
any windows?
I can't open up any windows because it literally encompasses the whole screen.
I said innuendos.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Hi, Twitch. How's it going? ChiefDucky here, and you're probably wondering, Relic Hunters Episode X, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is Episode X, ChiefDucky? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you what Episode X is. Today is our wonderful DM's birthday, so let's go ahead and get a happy birthday in the chat for Josh. Can we get a happy birthday, everybody?
Woot woot! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
So he's doing the adult thing on your birthday and having quite a few drinks, irresponsibly, but responsibly at the same time. So,
Do you have water?
no, he took Tylenol earlier, though. He did take preemptive measures with that.
I'm gonna take more Tylenol right now with more water.
But he is drinking, he's having fun, so I'm taking over DMing tonight. I don't know how it's going to be, I don't know how long this episode's going to be, but I will let you know. Josh knows this, and the people who know me, whenever I do shit like this, I'm like fucking George R.R. Martin with my fucking writing. Like, I like to kill people off. I like sadness. The whole macabre bullshit. That's me.
Darkness, my old friend.
We need to tell a real quick story about the last time you tried to kill off my character.
We don't talk about that, okay? Who the fuck is laughing? Anyways. But yes, tonight is going to be kind of a non-canon episode. Let me preface with, this episode could become canon depending on how it ends or how it progresses. However, more than likely, just take this episode with a grain of salt, take it as my own creative interpretation of the Relic Hunters universe. Josh, I would like to pass over to you really quick, though, so you can give your thanks to all the people that have helped us so far in the Twitch world. He's right, yeah, he's fine.
Yep. I want to thank everybody, while I'm still at least halfway sober, I want to thank everybody for helping us out. All our fans, all of the people that have pushed us, pwrrngr.com, which has featured us, and I haven't looked, but I think we're still featured up on there. So many people, the Morphin Network podcast and the YouTube channel, just everybody that helped us, everybody here, Ryan for doing the theme, along with his buddy doing the voice work, Robin for doing the emblems, Creative Cookie Cosplay for being here with us and also doing the relics, and Kyle, Mama Catherman, Mama Relic Hunter for doing the shirts. Just everybody being a part of it, and Andrew just for being Andrew. Because he hasn't really helped out much. But
I mean, take much, give little.
And of course, ChiefDucky for letting us stream on his channel, us being all a part as a family on this channel.
Of course.
And I want to give a special shout out because this has made me giddy all day. Bo Billingsley, I want to give a shout out to him just because he actually wished me a happy birthday on my Facebook, and I was shocked, stunned, and speechless. So
Yeah, you fucking were.
But yeah, I want to thank everybody. All of us, I'm sure, wants to thank everybody as well, just for helping us out. And on that, I am going to throw it back to ChiefDucky since he's DMing tonight, and I'm sitting here as a player with little to no control.
I don't know how I feel about this, but I'm excited.
Wow, okay, thanks. Thanks for having some fucking faith in me.
Before I do pass,
Yeah.
ChiefDucky, if you're okay, we should, in my personal opinion, if you're okay with this, we should at least say our characters' names, go around so people know who we are since we don't have labels today.
You know what? I do believe that's fair. So, since it's your birthday today, you get to pick who goes first.
Let's actually choose Robin.
Me? Oh, you kind of cut out me?
Robin.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I am playing the three Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus in this episode.
Alright,
I
who's
fucks
next?
with it.
Who's next, Robin? Or
Oh,
Sanderson?
I'm choosing. Okay. I'll go with Elvira here. on my screen.
Elvira is not here today. However, I am playing a character affectionately called Lace.
Yes. Think panty and stocking for those who don't understand that.
Yep.
Who's going next? Lace.
Ryan, because he's above me.
My name is Hellfire, and the best way to describe me is like a Mortal Kombat demon
TM.
DM.
who acts without thinking. So this should be right up my alley.
So Ryan, in essence.
Yep. There we go.
The perfect character.
Not typecasting at all. Let's go to good cosplay.
Which one?
Ladies first.
Ladies first? Okay.
So Cody,
I
go
am
ahead.
playing Pandora today,
Everybody remembers Pandora.
and I am technically a cursed living doll.
And her character is.
Oh
She's
snap!
a so she's got to be cursed.
Yeah, you go.
That's fair.
Tonight I will be playing Krod, the Abyss Wolf. For those who know Dark Souls, he's based off of Sith.
I'm so fucking excited about this, guys. Like, whenever Cody told me what he was doing last night, I was like, I had a fit. I had a fucking fit, guys.
Who's next, Cody?
Kyle.
Oh.
Tonight I am playing Johnny 005. And so basically, my character is a robot, and hence why I have this on. Kind of giving it a little bit of a characteristic style.
You left out the part where your fucking feet are tank treads.
Oh yeah, that too.
Oh hell yeah!
Based on
I'm
shit.
Yeah.
Minor
Oh,
details, minor details.
Mr. Johnny 5! Oh, Mr. Johnny 5.
I am ready to slap
Racist
the
bastard.
pavement.
So that leaves you last, Josh.
The birthday boy.
I
We
am
saved the
Red,
best for last.
the creation number 13.
You
Red.
would be.
Uh-huh. I am, to easily put this, I am Red. And not a wolf, more of a dog / saber cat thing, dog, everything on forest.
That was the worst way to describe that character in the history of existence.
I know, that's the point.
So, for those of you who play Final Fantasy VII, he's pretty much Red 13. He's a fucking wolf, I believe, or is he a fucking cat? I can't remember.
I want to say he's like a saber-tooth-esque.
I think he's like a saber. Yeah,
creature.
I think he's like a
So
saber-tooth cat.
you're saying it's a mix between Clifford, TM, the big red dog,
Yeah.
and Cat Dog, TM, from...
Well, yeah, fucking pretty much Josh's character tonight is a goddamn kaiju. All right, so we got character introductions out of the way. So we don't have any bean footage for this. This is so fucking weird, not going from an intro into the game. So you're not gonna get any music tonight. So without
Wait, we can sing. We have a
No.
singer here. We have a singer here.
no, we are
Hell
not
no.
gonna turn this into a fucking musical. This is not Disney.
Creation is the creation of the
Okay. So, to preface a little bit, this is going to delve into what I would imagine the
creations.
Brian. Brian.
Shut the fuck up, Brian!
Brian, you're not even the drunk one. Stop that.
Anyways, so this would be my interpretation of what I believe the Order of the Gargoyle would have looked like decades ago, probably hundreds of years ago. So mind you, again, for those just now tuning in, this episode may or may not be canon, depending on how the events unfold and how, etc., fucking how it happens. Okay. Yes, it is Josh's birthday tack. Yes. But yes. So let's get this started. I wish I had like a transition or something, but.
Sorry.
Let me take a sip of this piss ass. Oh yeah, we're sponsored by Monster today, except not really. I would not recommend drinking the green tea one because it tastes like Bud Light.
We do do have a Kyle in our midst.
I know, we gotta protect the drywall at all cost. Okay.
He's at his own drywall, that's fine.
Does everybody have their character information in front of them? Is everybody ready?
Let's do this.
All right.
So answer the first question, kind of. Answer the second question, yes.
Okay, good. All right, I'm starting now. There's only darkness. Everything is quiet, minus the gurgling of liquid. You awaken, and the lid to your containment opens. As the lids open, how can I put this? Steam rolls out, and you begin to awaken from a type of cryo sleep. Everybody roll d6s. Oh. So 4, 4, 2, 5, 3, 1, 3. Okay.
We're putting that dice back.
The wolf is blind as a bat. So for those of you who succeeded, which is everybody but Cody, as your containment opens, you notice that you're submerged in a substance resembling ectoplasm. The liquid itself is entirely encompassing your entire form. Now, you may step out. You may roll to examine. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to literally. I'm not even going to look before I go. I'm going to hop directly out and just try to get on flat ground.
Okay, Josh is just gonna go out. Just gonna go balls deep. What's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna leave the tube and then dog shake the ectoplasm off.
Okay.
Lace is going to sink her head back down into the ectoplasm-y gooey stuff, and she's going to let a little bit slide into her mouth, so she'll open it a little bit, and she'll taste it.
You lose 2 health.
Beautiful.
You don't eat the ectoplasm!
She's gonna realize that it is not sweet, is going to stand up incredibly angry and spit it out, going bleh, bleh, bleh.
Well, now you have disadvantage on your rolls for the next round of combat.
That's fine.
You don't drink the ectoplasm, Lace! Alright, Kyle. Yes.
So,
I was just gonna say, are we all in the same room?
Yes, you all are in the same room.
Okay.
But I'm waiting to see what everybody else does before I continue.
Oh, you're good.
so since I'm a robot, Johnny's just gonna come up and he's gonna scan the room with whatever robotic.
Roll me a d6.
That wasn't sweet.
I don't see jack shit.
You do not see anything, except the only thing that for those who have failed their perception rolls, the only thing that all of you notice is that the room is entirely pitch black. Minus the room is completely dark aside from a few torches glowing with a feverish yellow-green color. That's what the color of the flame is. Okay. So you don't see anything besides these silhouettes of the flames in the distance. That's all you see, Johnny.
Then Johnny's gonna go ahead and roll over to one of the torches and grab it off the wall.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh shit.
That's fine.
Oh shit.
Okay. Ryan, what's Hellfire doing?
Okay, so he's going to step out of the pod and immediately scream in frustration and anger. Is there anybody in the room that he can't see? So I'm going to manifest flames in both of my hands.
Okay, roll 2d6 please for each flame.
That is a 6 and a 5, good sir.
So you managed to conjure your flames perfectly fine.
Because at this point, do I know how I got here?
You do not. All of you, I will say this, all of you don't know how you got here, so you're left in perpetual confusion.
Okay, so with the flames in my hands, am I able to see anything or anyone around me?
Okay, so because I'm going to say that your flames are pretty fucking bright because it's Hellfire. So, this is what you notice, and only you, and those, I would say, where you're standing, Hellfire, the Saunders sisters, which are coming out of there, where they're still in there too, but they are to the left of you. To the right of you is Johnny 5. I'm not going to call you 005, I'm just going to call you Johnny 5 if that's okay. But you do see, to your left and to your right, you do see, Robin, describe your character's physical appearance for the audience.
Well, okay. So there's just one of me physically, but my dress is kind of 1/3 of it is red,
Mm-hmm.
1/3 of it is purple, and the middle is green.
Okay.
And I have the red.
The smooch.
Lipstick,
The
yeah.
smooch. Okay, so for
And,
those... sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, for those of you who don't know or are unaware, this is indeedly the hearkening to the Sanderson sisters of Hocus Pocus. But continue.
Yeah, and like my hair is all over the place because with each color, like the middle is like red hair,
Mm-hmm.
and then this side over here is kind of grayish and kind of wild, and this part over here is just really looks like I put some conditioner in it, and it's like all...
Okay, then. Okay, so that's what you see to the tube to your left, Hellfire. To your right, you do see an automaton scanning the room. Failed to scan it. His feet are pretty much reminiscent to tank treads. I believe that's it. I'm going to assume that your face is like the visor, Johnny. Okay, so pretty much what you see out there is a blue shell that moves with every sound or syllable that is said.
Okay.
So you do see those, but the final thing that you see, because of your flames and how good you rolled, this is what you notice. You notice various body parts and skeletons hanging through the room as if it were a macabre presentation. On a whiteboard is written failures with a list of names below, in blood. The names that are written there are those of yours as well as various other people.
So he is going to see his name on this board, right?
Yes, you will.
He's going to chuck a fireball at the board.
Okay, I'm not going to make you roll for it. You chuck a fireball seamlessly. It burns through the whiteboard and burns through the brick a little bit, but it stops halfway through. There's
Can I tackle him?
wait, what?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No. What'd you say? I was done.
Can I tackle him?
You can tackle him for sure.
I'm gonna tackle Hellfire.
Okay, Hellfire, you and Red roll d6s. Oh. Reroll.
Oh, here goes for the rest of the episode.
Okay. So, since Red succeeded, you successfully tackled this demonesque looking creature to the ground. So what are you going to do after that?
We need to look around. Even if you don't like me, I don't like any of you, we need to look around and see where we are first.
Alright.
I don't know you.
Alright, Joe, as this confrontation's going down, you are beginning to awaken from your tube at this moment.
Who?
You, Robin. Sanderson.
Oh, well, you kind of cut out. I was like, okay.
I'm sorry, that's why I'm trying to stay as close to my mic as possible.
Ooh. Hello.
I'm still fighting with Ryan.
Oh,
You look around.
thank you, Rally Hunter GM, for the 200 bits. Thank you. So you step out of your tube and you say, "Ooh, hello." So Red and Hellfire, you hear this mixture of voices speaking to you.
I'm gonna stop and look over and goes, friendly? Are you friendly? I don't start music out of my throat. you sisters, I guess, sister thing, multicolored, flamboyant thing.
You can think of it what you will.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna get off of Hellfire and go, we probably should stick together because that one scares me.
How dare thee?
Okay, as you get up and how dare thee is spoken, and then it echoes through the chambers. Pandora and Crad, you both are now awakening from your tubes. So whichever one of you wants to go first, you do hear as you're awake, as you are opening your eyes and getting out of your tube, you do hear the commotion that's going on to your right.
I thought I had already gotten out of my tube.
Oh, you did. I'm sorry. Yeah, you did get out of your tube, but Pandora, I'm sorry. Pandora, you can go. Sorry.
I would probably hang there for a second. Her head is kind of cocked weird to the side in the tube, just kind of hanging there. And I'm going to very quickly open my eyes in the tube, and I want to stare out and just take a hand and smack it against the glass.
Okay. So you're going to smack the glass to your tube and pretty much open it up.
Well, it doesn't have to open.
Oh, well. Well, it's not... Well, they're all unlocked, so as soon as you put force to it, the door will open up.
Okay.
So as you apply the force to it, you open up. The ectoplasm drains from the tube, and now... There you go.
Kind of slowly hover down to the floor. Her head would automatically cock up with a weird sickening noise, and it would sound kind of like the weird rattling, like a puppet doll.
Mm-hmm.
And she would like reconfigure her limbs and stuff for a second, and then slowly step out of her tube.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately start looking around as she steps out.
All right. As you step out, like I said, you do notice the animal person. You fucked me up whether that's a dog or a cat, Josh. So I'm just gonna call it the animal. So
we have no idea what Seto is in that game.
I am
exactly.
the red.
So you do see the red and Hellfire as well as the automaton. Cody, I do believe I said your tube was to the left of Pandora. Sorry, Crad, your tube was to the left of Pandora. So you do see Pandora exiting out of her tube, and you see the same exact thing.
I would probably disregard the other ones and head over to the large dog.
Okay, so Crad, what are you doing?
Large dog. Huh?
Crad, what are you doing?
Like, where I had been sitting, I'd probably like lay on my stomach so I could put my nose down where I could actually see the one approaching me.
That's adorable. So Pandora, you do, as you approach the giant dog, he kneels down and he is at level with you.
Okay. Do we have clothes or any of our stuff?
You are wearing whatever you were, let's say whatever you were wearing last before you were in containment. So whatever you want your outfits to be, I'll allow creative input for that. Like, I did not specify what to wear or whatever not to wear.
Okay.
So you could be wearing like a little...
dress.
Okay, I was about to say like a little Lolita dress, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a little red and like white Lolita dress.
Mm-hmm.
All the frills.
Okay, so what are you going to do now with the giant wolf in front of you?
Does it look like it's hurt or anything?
Crad?
Thank you for...
Okay, so apparently he's not hurt. He just looks, I'm guessing he looks curious.
Yeah.
Anything?
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
I would imagine that we all look fairly healthy,
Oh,
other
yeah.
than all that shenaniganry that has occurred.
Okay. Well, as this goes on, I'm going to dip back over to Johnny 005. So, Johnny 5, you just witnessed a dog tackle a demon to a ground. The fuck are you doing?
What seems to be the problem?
Nothing's problem, but he blew up the thing that had info on it.
Info on what?
I'm gonna basically nod my head over toward the burnt board now. That thing, it had names or something, I think.
So now can Johnny go over and like scroll up to it and see if he can scan what that board was supposed to say?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a d6 as you scan the board, since it is damaged. Okay, lightning bolt. So, I'm echoing through someone.
Yeah, I don't know who's echoing right now. Hello? Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take off my headphones so I don't have to hear myself echo. So, as you scan, since you rolled a lightning bolt, remember it said failures, but where the word failures was in the big bold lettering, half of it's scorched out because that's where the fireball hit. But you can, as you scan with how high-tech you are, you do like a reconstructive kind of thing, and you piece together what the board looked like before the damage, and you store a list of names, a list of Josh, help me out here. How many current names or creations are?
23.
23. So you managed to scan 23 names and compile them into your internal database. So now you know the names of everybody in the room. And pretty much like a little bit of their personality, backstory, etc., etc.
Okay, so since Johnny has all that information now, can he like hold out his hand and like project what all that was?
Roll me another d6. Yes, you do succeed in projecting the entirety of the board and what it reconstructed, well, what it looked like before the destruction. So now, for those within range of you, I think the only ones that are is Hellfire, Lace, Red, and the Sanderson sisters. So now all of you see what the board looked like, for those who didn't get to see it, with the names on it.
Do you mean this, Red?
Yes, but how do you know my name?
By the info I have achieved.
I'm gonna walk over and kind of like look and try to look at all the info. Is that okay?
No, that you don't have to roll for that. Since it's right there in front of you, it's literally like a. I'm assuming since it's like, even though it's in his palm, it projects out big enough to where it's like a 3D model of the board.
Okay. I'm gonna look, and I'm gonna kind of look through and go, who are you? And I'm gonna look over at Lace.
Lace is still spitting out the ectoplasm crap.
Yeah.
And just so there would be enough light, I assume, for you to now see what she looks like. She's got almost leg-length hair, and it's kind of floating in the bottom of the ectoplasm. The outside is a very, very bright neon blue, and the underside is a purple, so if you're looking at her, you can see both sides of the color. She's wearing a knee-long lace dress, and I mean lace everywhere on top of it, and she's got a choker that also has lace on it, and she has one of those non-functional, old-fashioned tiny hats, also made of lace.
You're laced the fuck up. Okay,
And, if you need to say something, go ahead.
just really quick, I'm just giving this information to Johnny. I know you probably read all the files of all the other characters, but just in case you need a recourse, what you would know about Hellfire is that he in his file it states that he only wants revenge and power, and that he was in cryo because he, due to his anger issues, he almost wiped out the building, almost blew it up with his Hellfire, as his name implies. You would know that Red was brought in as a pup and put through strenuous experiments as torture and embedded with a piece of something. The file has been omitted at that point. For the Sandersons, you would know that the Order of the Gargoyle pretty much stole their bodies and brought them back and experimented on them. So then, let me scroll down because I have the messages up. For Lace, you would know that she was captured and experimented on by Dr. K. Pandora, you would know that all you would know is that she's a cursed doll, and the rest of her file is omitted. And then finally with Lace and Fenrir, I already said Lace, never mind. With Fenrir, the last thing you need to know is that he was a companion of Jack of the Headless Knight of the Abyss. And after that, some of his file is omitted and it looks incomplete. But anyways, continue, Andrew, I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on, just to refresh my memory. What did Red say to her before I describe what she looked like?
I said, and who are you?
Okay, as she gets spoken to, she's going to... I'm picturing the tube wide enough for her to roll out of. Like, she's going to put her hands on the side, and she's going to drag herself up and over, kind of doing a little flip. And when she lands, she's immediately going to start brushing the ecto gunk out of everything. And she's like, I am Lace, and I don't know you yet. Hello.
I'm going to walk over to Lace and go, you smell okay.
I hope I don't smell like that tub of green goo.
Well, it looks like you ate some, so I
It
think
wasn't
you're fine.
very sweet. And then she's gonna take her hair and she's gonna just like wring it out almost. Just.
Ew, that sound effect.
And then she's gonna look him dead ass in the face and is gonna be like, "You don't look very human. Are you sweet?"
I don't know. And I'm gonna start slowly backing away.
As she starts slowly backing away, she's going to start slowly taking steps to match his pace so they maintain the same distance. Oh, I forgot to mention, she's wearing basically high heel boots with lace trim on them, so they make a clanking sound kind of as she walks.
Do you have to lace them up?
Oh my fucking god. Alright, everybody, that's the end of the stream. Goodbye.
You are correct.
Okay.
Where's the music? Play him off.
Da,
As
da,
she's
da,
kind of
da,
following
da,
you,
da.
she's like, I am absolutely dying for something sweet right now.
Metal's pretty sweet.
Metal is metallic. Do you have taste buds?
I'm gonna lick the side of my lip and go, yep.
The freaking sugar here is just the best. And she's just now going to notice the big fire demon is gonna be like, oh. And then she's like gonna slowly look around and notice that other people are in the room, and she's like, oh.
There's no children here, so just don't eat anybody. Wait, what?
Man,
I'm literally gonna turn and go, what?
You said there's no children here.
What do you want with children?
Are they sweet?
Oh, they are.
Who am I surrounded by?
Hellfire, what are you doing in all this?
So I see the list of names again on the wall, right?
Yes.
And I see failure, and yet all of these people around me are supposedly on this list and are failures too. Do I recognize any of them?
You would, I'm gonna throw a curveball in this since I have this liberty. The only person that you would recognize out of everybody in this room would be Red. Oh, okay. Yeah.
We switched over to a different device because my camera stopped working. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
It was creating reverb too. That was where, because I was trying to mute. See, it's all good now though.
Yeah.
So, GM, let me ask you this then. Do I have... Okay, what is my relationship with Red? Was it left on good or bad terms?
Very bad.
So him tackling me...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where's my spear?
Okay, do you need the stats for your spear?
Yeah, where is it?
Your spear's inside of your fucking body. It comes out of your palm.
Oh, fuck, yes. I love it.
Okay.
Well, I have my back facing toward Hellfire now, so
You know what? I want to set him ablaze because that's one of my abilities, sir.
Yeah, I know.
So, for those of us less knowledgeable, does he just kind of like spontaneous humanly combust, or does he throw something at him?
Okay, so how Scorpion functions, TM. As Scorpion functions, TM, he is essentially a walking skeleton engulfed in flames. Imagine Ghost Rider, but as a ninja.
Oh.
That's the best way to describe it. Except he can shoot a spear out of his palm and literally command nether fire. So he can just do this, and then flames could come up. But roll me a fucking d6, Hellfire. Roll me a...
Because
More
if
importantly,
he is,
you need to say get over here.
because if he is throwing something, can I make a quick reaction?
Yes. Well, it depends. He said you're setting him in a blaze, all right? No.
Yeah,
what'd you roll? I'm curious.
a 4.
Yes.
Okay. So here's what you see, Lace. You see this demon trying to, and nothing is coming out.
I imagine Kane from WWE and nothing happening.
But Red, since he was trying to light you ablaze, you realize that he was trying to set you on fire.
I'm gonna turn and goes, just because I'm red doesn't mean I like warm stuff. Don't do that again.
Lace, what do you do?
If it looked like he was trying to set him on fire, I think I have to make a roll for this. But she's actually going to... I can't believe I'm about to say this on stream. Reach up her dress and pull down her underwear.
Roll a d6!
I rolled the 5. Look,
You succeed.
So, what happens, at least is the way I'm picturing it, is when she pulls them off of her other leg, they start to glow really brightly, and then they turn into like this neon blue and white colored, it's actually gonna be a gun. And she's now pointed, it's like the fucking Desert Eagle Law style, kind of like unnecessarily large pistol. And she's just now, with him turned around, she's got it up by his head to where it's pointing at the demon dude, but he can't see it from his peripheral. So, like, if this is the depth, she's got, like, this far.
Oh, okay.
She's just sitting there pointing at the red dude.
Okay, as this happens... Oh my god, I'm still stuck on the fact I reach up my dress.
And then she pulls the hammer back, so it goes...
Okay, as that's happening, the doors, or what we'd hear was the opening, the slam of doors opening, and in walks, out of character, you guys would recognize this person. In game, you would not recognize him. But in would walk a Frank N. Stein. You're not supposed to be awake yet!
Who are you?
No, all of you! Get back in your tubes! Get back in your tubes now!
I'm not going back in there.
Oh,
Lace is gonna turn the gun to him.
Frank is shaking, pointing his fingers at all of you. But as this is also happening, in walks... Again, out of character you would know. Out of character you would know this. In character you would not. In walks Von Helsing with a female in a lab coat. Johnny, roll me a d6. Okay, you rolled high enough. So you would recognize it from the data, since you were able to scan that, you're able to access other files within the system. Well, and within that system anyways. You recognize this as a Dr. K. The name Dr. K is coming up in your memory banks. So in walks Von Helsing, and Josh, describe Von Helsing because I want you to have this, like a young Von Helsing. Younger Von Helsing.
Yeah, young Von Helsing he's a very fit individual, and he walks very regally. He's got a brown-esque trench coat that looks looks brand new. Like it looks like it hasn't been touched, pulled straight off the shelf. Hopefully you guys can still hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it pulled straight off the shelf. He's got kind of an adventurer's hat, kind of tilted slightly to the sideways. He's got a little bit of not a goatee, but like a soul patch right here in the center.
The jock strap.
Yeah, just right here. He's got that sitting there. He has two really old style crossbows attached to his hip. And it also looks like he's got some sort of contraption like a elbow pad, but looks a little extra bulky on both arms. And he is wearing brown, not slacks, but like brown leather pants, and he actually has chaps on.
What the fuck is this?
And he is not wearing an undershirt. It's just the trench coat.
Okay.
He's
Anyways.
Shut up.
So you guys see this man walk in, and as the doors open, they walk in, more torches light up, and the entire room is illuminated now. So you see this, and the woman standing beside him with wearing a trench coat, a white lab coat. But Von Helsing takes a few steps forward, and he starts speaking. The rejects have came to. There's so much to tell you. Frank, my friend, step aside. Their purpose will now be fulfilled.
The hair on the back of my neck is gonna stand up, and I'm gonna brace.
Oh, Red, you're always a ferocious one. How about you sit, boy?
Never.
He's going to take out a crossbow and aim it at you. And Hellfire, you say I saw your hands motion. Are you trying to? Are you trying to?
Yeah.
Roll me 2 more d6s to summon fireballs.
4 and 5, sir.
You managed to conjure 1 fireball, but as you conjure your fireball, Von Helsing's going to turn at you and shoot an arrow in your general direction. I'm not going to make you roll for this. It's going to hit you in your wrist, and it's going to disable that arm.
Can I try ninja streaking out of the way?
No, this is pertinent. You cannot blow.
So we've had one person pull off their clothing, and the other one's about to streak, right?
Yeah. So
Good thing it's non-canon.
So you're.
Let's say there might be more streaking. We haven't gotten that far yet.
There might be, but your 1 hellfire that you summon is now gone, and your arm has fallen limp. The arrow disappears, and for the next 5 minutes, you will not have any control of that arm besides it being limp. But Von Helsing's going to scan the room. He's going to look over at Crad and Pandora. Pandora, you're awake again. Oh, y'all froze. Y'all froze mad hard. I'm sorry.
She was starting to speak on my end.
She was speaking, but they're frozen.
They're just really still. They look like that painting of the farmer and his wife.
Bro, I'm telling you, on my end, they are completely solid.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
so
Cody.
yeah. And Cody's digitized.
Cody's arm looks like he was doing this earlier. And I was like, what is he doing?
You know what? We're not going to worry about fixing it. We'll just deal with the audio. So apologize for everybody. I apologize, everybody. But it's fine. Technical difficulties, it happens. So Pandora, I'm sorry. Just go ahead and start again. I apologize.
I would turn from like petting the dog on the muzzle person. Turn and look at Van Helsing. Hello again, Uncle.
I see you found your plaything.
I have plenty of playthings. Which one?
Well, you do remember that we stole this pup from that grave site. Remember the grave of the night? It's been so long since I've seen you two playing together. But now is not the time for pleasantries, my niece. But be wary. Remember, that dog was locked up for a purpose. And he's going to scan the rest of the room and to see that all of you are awake and lively. He's going to stare down at all of you with almost a condescending, like that smug, frugal, like that gritty, nasty fucking grin. So he's just going to sit there in silence, and the woman beside him pipes up, "Hello, everybody! A-bombs, you're going on a trip today. Possibly your last. You're going to the labyrinth and securing one of the fragments of the sacrificial relic, or the relic of sacrifice if you want to know it. Tomato, tomato. Now you! And she points at you, Johnny. Robo bitch! You're in charge! Labyrinth is through the workshop, left or right? Who knows? And Von Helsing and Kay exit. The doors remain open, and that leads out into the workshop area.
Is Frank still there?
Oh, I forgot about Frank. Yes, Frank is there, but he's just going to stare at all of you for one last time. And like, there's like a deep tinge of sadness, but he turns around and bolts out of the room, following in suit of Von Helsing and Dr. K.
If I may, whenever he makes his exit, she's going to actually pull the trigger, but it's not going to work. You're just going to hear the empty hammer click.
Oh, I was about to roll for Frank. I was about to say, okay.
And then she's just like, something isn't right here. And then she's gonna clock the hammer, and she's gonna point it to her own head, and then pull it again, and it's gonna go click. And she's like, this is not bueno.
So now this is open floor for character interaction. You may proceed into the workshop area, but right now this is for you guys to get to know each other's characters and do whatever you need to do.
Lace is gonna de-weaponize and put back on her underwear. First things first, she's the realist. Just no shame.
I can't even talk straight. Red is going to actually go over to Cody. What was your character's name again?
Crad.
Red's gonna go over to Crad and go and look, because Crad is towering over Red.
Oh yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I forgot to mention that Crad is a large wolf. Like, if you play Dark Souls, he's not as big as Sif, but he's larger than a wolf. Like, he's at least, I would say, about 9 feet in length.
Is that the dog with the sword?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So Red's gonna go over and look at Crad and go, can you talk? Can you motion other than yes and no? Sidecock. I'm gonna shift my attention over to Pandora. So you look like you've been here the longest. Can you give us any information? Can you elaborate? A little bit of everything. Who were the people walked in? So should we listen to them or no?
I've never listened.
Just to ruin the super serious mood as they're asking questions, Lace is gonna cup her hands and be like, "Do you have any sweets?
I can make you some, yes.
Please? Oh, pretty please!" And she's gonna fall down to her knees.
Red's gonna leap and bound. Oh God. Red's gonna leap and bound back over to the robotic gentleman. And I'm gonna look up and be like, hey you, and I'm gonna nudge right along your treads.
Yes, may I help?
Yeah, you look like you have the most information. Hearing you were given leader. What are we doing now?
I don't know why I was given leader, but info I have. He's just gonna hold out his hand, and like the info that he has is just gonna fast.
I can't read that fast. God damn it, metal ass.
Metal ass.
Red's gonna
no ass, just metal.
Red's gonna shake his head, or I'm gonna shake my head again, and I'm gonna leap and bound over to the Sanderson sisters, but slowly.
Slowly
like, hey,
leap and bound.
yes. Just like, hey, so you scared me. Well, what's your deal?
Greetings. Okay. Well, I am Winifred. Mary and Sarah.
So Winifred Sarah.
Yes.
Okay, well, Winifred Sarah, you scared me with the child comment, but I'm gonna leave that one alone now. You seem pretty powerful.
Really?
Just because you're intimidating.
Well, thank you.
Bye. I'm gonna turn back around back around to Johnny 5, who's now smoking apparently. I'm gonna look at Johnny and go, where do we go?
So, as you're staring at your palms trying to figure out the information, something clicks inside of your databanks and you begin to have a schematic, an incomplete schematic, but it looks like the bottom floor of this area that you're in. And in the schematic, all of you can see that above ground there's what to be a faux mausoleum. And you imagine Resident Evil like schematic, you know, when they're going down to the hive. So you see a tube going down to a spiral staircase leading into a large open area. I can't even tell you how big this fucking place is. But you see that... But what you do see, imagine an incomplete map. You see the doorway right here, and then it opens up and it domes out to reveal workshop. That's what you're able to see on the schematic. And that's can you die a little quieter?
I can sure try.
But after you, after the schematics there, you also have the knowledge of which direction the labyrinth is, but only to the entrance. Well, not the entrance to the labyrinth, but through the workshop, getting to where you need to go, and then that's where it stops. So you do have the knowledge of where to go.
So now I have all that knowledge. I want, like, conjure up a map, like the projection, like how I just did with the whole board.
Mm-hmm.
Mask is falling. I'm gonna project it and just go, I believe we go here. Follow me.
So Johnny's leaving. What is, let's see, I haven't heard from you in a minute, Hellfire. What are you doing?
I'm mourning over the loss of my hand. And, so quick character question.
Yes.
Is red the reason that I burned the building down, or is there another reason that you have not told me specifically?
I'll give you the crispiest of reasons. So the reason why is, yes, red is the reason. You two were having a battle, and the battle got so intense that with you chucking fireballs and red full frontal like tackling into walls and everything else, it destroyed a good portion. It destroyed the east wing of this building. So
I remember.
You do remember this. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So you have all this information that I'm telling Hellfire. And on the schematic that Johnny 5 brings up, you do see a completely blacked out east wing. So y'all did see that as well. So yeah, you do have that knowledge, Josh.
Okay.
Okay. Well, as I'm mourning the loss or the loss of the be able to use my right hand for, I'm just silently plotting revenge against him, and ways that I can just ignite his tail with my mind.
Okay, so what is everybody doing now? Because Johnny's leaving, so we'll just go around whoever wants to go first.
I'm waiting patiently for my sweets.
I would be looking for like my satchel that has like stuff basically.
You said you're looking for your satchel? Okay, it's getting hard to hear you, but roll me a d6.
5.
Okay, you rolled high enough. As you're looking around for your satchel, you realize that it was left in the tube. It's sunken into a dark corner of the tube, but you are able to see it though.
I'm gonna go for it.
You grab it. You manage to retrieve it. No harm, no foul. Nothing happens. So you have your satchel, and now what?
I'm gonna put it on, open it up, reach inside the satchel, and I'm going to hold out like some candy. It's like hard candy. in my probably like rock candy or something.
Okay, Pandora, I'm gonna ask this: is this the bad candy or good candy?
It's good candy.
Okay, so it's actual candy. It's not enchanted bullshit.
Okay.
Okay, it's just regular candy. Just making sure.
I'll let you know if it's enchanted bullshit.
Thank you. I need to know that so I can make you roll for it. Okay, so you have your candy. Now
As
what?
soon as she holds the candy out, Lace is going to dart over as fast as possible over to the candy. And she's going to jump at it.
So you're gonna jump at Pandora?
Yeah, she's got the candy.
Pandora, so you see this frilly, laced-up woman flying at you like a goddamn banshee. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna drop the candy on the floor.
Okay. Lace, do you chase after the candy? Like, do you divert in the air, or do you just keep diving?
She's going to divert for the candy.
You know what? Roll me a d6.
This is gonna be my 1-1. You guys, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Fucking called it!
Okay! So, you do manage to, like, swan dive through the air, perfectly angled down towards the candy, but your face skids against the ground. The candy's underneath your face, and you skid for, like, 2 feet. You don't take any damage, but now the candy is stuck to your face.
So, she's going to lean her face up, and she's just, like, licking around the outside of her face to the best of her ability, and she's like, this was fucking delicious, thank you. And then she's going to stand up, and she's going to once again, dust dirt off of her dress, and she's like, alright, now that I'm sugared up, where are we going?
So you do, as you do this, you do see the robot just walking in one direction. You all still see this.
Red's gonna follow, and he'll. Do you say anything, Lace?
Yeah, I said, so now that I'm all sugared up, where are we going?
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you actually said that. Red as hears this and goes, "Follow your sugar daddy," and he walks out following. Following.
Lace is gonna look at Pandora, and she's like, I guess that's you.
Sandersons, what are you doing?
Yes. We are very overwhelmed because we're seeing things that we have never seen before. A robot man, a demon fire person, and a wolf boy. And we're just gonna I'm just gonna start following the robot.
Okay, so far Lace, Pandora, and Red is following. Crad. Fuck, what's called? Crad, are you following Pandora?
I'll probably stay at the back of the group.
Okay.
At the rear.
Okay. So how far are you following in suit? Since, you're just being an angsty little teenager.
Yeah. I am going to follow Red. I'm not going to let him leave my sight, and I'm going to utter swear words under my breath the entire time towards Red.
Red, roll me a d6. You hear behind you, stupid fucking dog. I'm gonna fucking set you on fire, you stupid mother bitch ass bitch.
I'm gonna turn, I'm still gonna keep walking forward, but my head's gonna kind of cock back, and I'm gonna be like, if you've got a problem, talk to me.
Yeah, keep looking at me, dog boy. Look what happened the last time.
Exactly. You're a skeleton, and I'm not. And no. As I'm walking away, you're gonna see me pop up and dab.
Can I shoot when I shoot the spear, does the spear have chains on it?
Yes, it does.
Back to me?
Yeah.
Can I shoot the spear to trip his ass?
Yes, you can. Roll me a d6.
Do I get to roll a d6?
Didn't you say that you were facing forward after the argument?
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't see it. Yeah, true.
Just roll me a
And it's a
d6.
lightning bolt.
You shoot the spear out of your fucking palm, just and it wraps around his paw, back hindquarter, and you yank him towards you.
Okay.
Hear it. I need to hear it.
Get over here!
Yeah, there you go.
I want to hear it from Ryan.
Do it.
Do what?
Say it.
If you're gonna use the thing, you gotta say the thing.
Yep.
Out of game, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Scorpion.
Scorpion yells, "Get over here!"
Yeah, whenever he shoots a spear, he goes, "Get over here!"
Get over here, you leashed mutt!
I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna dig my claws in, and I'm actually gonna use my ability.
Okay.
And can I unleash my rage?
Yes, you can.
Uh,
I can't believe you two about the fucking fight, but okay, this is what to happen.
I'm surprised it took this long, honestly.
Yeah. You roll a 5, your rage activates.
yes. My rage activates. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna bite the chain that's around my ankle, and I'm gonna, if I can I break it in half?
Roll me 2d6.
All right.
As he's doing this, can I set the chain aflame?
Roll me another d6. Another
10.
lightning bolt. Okay, so you roll the lightning bolt. You roll a 10. So the chain does light a blaze, and you do break the chain, Red. But as you break the fire chain, you do take 5 points of damage from the fire.
Alright, that's fine. Where did you really take it? You son of a bitch.
What, did he take a pen and paper?
No, he just hid it from me.
Okay.
Alright. So 5 points. Alright.
Yep. So your chain does break, but it whenever it comes back to your hand, you'll still be able to use it. It's not permanently destroyed. It's a part of you, so as it comes back, it will take time to regenerate. So for right now, I would say... Oh yeah, by the way, your arm does function again. It's been over 5 minutes. So you have the use of both your arms. Your chain is broken, so I would say that regenerates in about, in the game, 10 minutes. So I'll let you know whenever your chain comes back.
Wonderful.
Alright, so I've still got at least one round of rage. So I'm going to literally super lunge at him, and I'm to take his mask off.
Okay.
I don't want to hurt him. I want to take his mask off.
Okay, well, make me a 1d6 and Hellfire 1d6.
Can I try to ninja streak out of there? Because I could...
Yes. Oh, wait, did you say
Okay.
Ninja Streak, you mean like your teleport?
Yeah.
Let's see, do you... Throwing Spear...
I didn't see it. I just know that he can... And remember playing the game, I know he could disappear and reappear. So.
Yeah, it's a teleport, so I will allow this, but you have to roll me 2d6s since it is... I would consider it an advanced move.
Okay. Am I totaling them?
Yes, totaling both of them.
Okay. 9.
You just said 1d6 for me, right?
Yes, but roll me an additional d6 since he's doing an advanced move as well.
Oh, shit, 12.
Okay,
Wow.
so before you can teleport, before you're able to disappear, Red does manage to rip off your mask. You still teleport, but your mask stays in the maw of Red. So now is revealed is your entire... You look like Ghost Rider. You look like Johnny Blaze right now.
I literally teleported up by Johnny 5, so that's really funny. Oh, that Mr. Johnny 5 and Mr. Johnny Blaze, how you doing?
I'm gonna turn, because I would see him reappear by Johnny 5, right?
Yes, correct.
I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna drop the mask. I'm gonna look at him. Either we settle this now, or we settle this later. We must get through whatever we're doing and listen to robotic asshole.
Again, all metal, no asshole.
You've got holes on you. You've got to empty your tray at some point.
His exhaust pipe.
Well, you gotta remember, I'm old. Like all of us, at least me, most of us are old stools. We don't know about metal or technology.
Right.
Or this is, I'd honestly put this around the 16 to 1700s.
Oh my god.
I'm actually gonna put a date on this.
Okay.
So, and that's rare for me.
You commit to a time frame? What?
All right. So all metal, no asshole. You said that he has an asshole. So
I'm gonna stop and I'm going to physically turn around.
okay.
And so everybody will see me like
Really, Robin? What you said in chat? Like, we barely left the room. I'm like, well, we're getting there. Just give me a moment. I like build up. I'm not like Josh who likes it nice and quick. But one moment, the kids movie just ended. So I have to go put on something for them really quick.
Are you gonna put them to bed or?
Yeah, I'm not gonna put them to bed. Just 2 seconds. I gotta get them to bed.
All right.
I can't see you.
So we can fill him in on what's going on. While you guys have been doing this unnecessary fighting, Lace is was originally skipping behind Pandora, and then she kind of like got an idea to herself, and now she's got a hand on Pandora's shoulder. As she's walking, she's like hopping and trying to take off a boot at the same time. And then when she does that, she puts the boot on Pandora's shoulder, like with her other hand, and then she's taking off one of her leggings that she has on. But she's doing this while trying to keep pace, so it's just her hilariously hobble walking behind fucking Pandora, who, if I remember correctly, can float. Or if not, is very short.
I am both.
Both short and able to float. Because something was wrong with the gun, and she's got to figure out if it's just the gun. I'm glad that Creative Cookie has started moving for you guys, because they are still frozen on my screen.
Oh no, Cody's like green digitized, and
Okay.
she's like frozen.
So what?
In a hilarious fashion, Lace has taken off a boot while trying to like hop step behind Pandora, and has taken off a legging. And then she puts the boot back on.
What the fuck did I miss in the 5 minutes I was putting my kids to sleep?
Okay.
Not
so
much. She's just starting to take off her clothes.
I'm surprised it took this long.
Okay, since you took off clothes, you get +1 to your next roll.
Woo!
I don't have dollar bills. I will give you.
My ability off of Hellfire.
I was about to say, does it make me money? Shit, there's more clothes.
No.
Make more weapons.
Wait,
it's
what
whatever.
did you say, Cody?
I'm just trying to figure out if I can use my ability off of the Hellfire.
I'm going down to your ability 1 second. Actually, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead and make me a roll.
I'm not trying to do it now. I don't know if they're going to start a fight now. But
Well, that depends.
Well, so I stop. I turn around. I see Lace taking off this clothing, and he's gonna like he's gonna be taken aback a little bit, and then he's going to look at Red and go, "Fine, go ahead, say what you want, because clearly this isn't gonna stop."
And
The only thing. Oh, go ahead.
before Red can speak, on over an intercom system here, get moving before we terminate you.
I will talk to you as I'm walking.
Get
All I wanna say-
moving. We don't want to hear it. Get moving, all of you. Proceed to Labyrinth.
Do you know how fucking hard it is to walk and take off your clothes?
I'm gonna turn real quick, because I'm gonna turn to Howler and everybody else to hurry up. And as I do, I see Lace taking off clothes. And I'm literally gonna go, nope.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, go ahead and finish up what you were going to say, Josh.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Red's got a little extra package underneath now as he trots forward trying to hide it.
Okay. So now we're going to exit the room now. We're finally going to get out of the fucking room. So everybody exits the room. The doors, the large stone doors shut behind you. And you hear like the sounds of gears and mechanisms locking. And Johnny 5, make me a D6, please. Make me a D6. Roll me a D6. No. Lightning. You know what? That's in game. So as you're scanning the room, you're shaking, just looking around at everything. So actually, all of you roll D6s, please.
Make another roll?
No, you're good. 6, 5, 3, 4, 1. Courtney and Cody, what did you guys roll? I can't see you guys still.
5 and a 6. Courtney rolled a 5. Cody rolled a 6.
Okay, all of you had.
Trevor?
Yeah, I guess you're frozen just on my end because, like,
No, you're on mine too.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one that can see you.
Happy birthday.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, like his is the only thing to celebrate today.
Hey, Cody and Courtney, shut off your vision, your video. Shut off your
blind
video and then bring it back
temporarily.
up, see if it fixes
Then bring it
Trevor's
back.
side. And looks like we're.
yes, no, maybe so. Now they're just
Loading.
Yeah,
yeah.
they're 2 bottles.
Okay, but anyways, as we wait for them to load in, so you all succeeded except Josh. You rolled a 1, right?
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Okay. All you see, Red, is just it's a big room. That's all you know. But for all those that have rolled higher than that, you would all notice that there are surgical tables, Tesla coils. Pretty much imagine like an old Frankensteinian laboratory. You know, there's large tubes, glass vials, arc reactors, fucking, you know, like the typical cliche thing. But on a large wall, you would see an array of surgical instruments meticulously fashioned across the board. And to the right of that, to the right of the board of surgical tools, are various jars holding various hearts of different sizes, shapes, and colors.
I did not see this, right?
No, you do not see this. Everybody else sees this.
Okay.
Do I notice are there any anything familiar with the names with the hearts or anything? Are they labeled?
No, they are not. They are just clear jars with hearts submerged into a embalming liquid or whatever it is.
Okay.
But Johnny, this information is only known to you. You can clearly see, since you scanned whenever you came into the room, you see the correct path leading to where you're needing to go. It's heading towards the labyrinth. So you know okay, so Johnny's moving forward. So everybody else, like I said, you saw what I just described. What is everybody else doing at this moment? Besides Red. Red is licking his balls right now.
Yep. Well, that's true. You can just call me Rocket.
Lace is just gonna skip on by Red, but as she goes by, she's going to rub his head a little bit and gonna be like, "You'll be fine."
My bad.
But to further answer your question, Ryan, really quick before we get to everybody else, they may not have labels, but you do recognize that some of the hearts, it's nothing like vital information, but you do notice that some of these foreign alien type hearts you would recognize like their origins, such as there's a green heart. You would know that would belong to because where you're from, since you're literally from hell, you would see these beasts on the regular. This heart belongs to a xenomorph. TM. TM.
You've been in Kentucky too long.
I have. And one jar is a set of 2 hearts. Those belong to predators. TM. And, so on and so forth. So you would recognize some alien hearts, but nothing important that would progress, this moment.
Okay.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Not as red, out of character. There is one more thing you see in here, DM, if this is okay.
Go ahead.
You see a gold coin with a mug of stout on it. That's all I'm going to say.
A gold coin with a stout on it? Like a beer, like a stout beer.
Yeah, stout beer. If you've watched our older episodes, you guys know what this is.
Yep.
But that's all I'm going to say. That's out of game and out of character. Now I'm back in red. All right. Sorry, DM.
No, that's fine. So yes, you would notice the gold coin with a stout beer on it. Except red.
So I want to walk up to so it's a table of jars, or is it on shelving?
It's on the walls. It's like the walls indented inward, and the jars are just set upon it.
Okay, so I want to walk to the wall.
Okay.
And I want to, because I recognize the feeling of knowing all of them, and he is going to say to the jar of hearts, you have fallen, brothers.
Ooh.
I will avenge your deaths.
Oh. And you know what? This is spicy. This is going to be an on-the-fly input. As you say this, and you're staring upon the wall with deep honor and resentment for their deaths, you see one jar in particular. It's a jar of dirt. And inside of it, you can clearly see a beating heart inside of it. You see this, nobody... Exactly! You see this hellfire, nobody else does. And you can see it going... And you hear it calling to you. Help me. And you hear the words, release me and my power will be yours.
Power.
And then down the hall, all you hear is, follow me!
I go towards that jar.
Okay, so what are you going to do? It's staring you right in the face. It's still pulsating.
What do I do?
Open my containment and consume me.
Okay, so then I'm going to open the jar because he is motivated by power and revenge.
Yep.
And he doesn't think. So he is going to take the heart out and he's going to eat the heart.
But as he takes the heart out, can Red see him do this?
Roll me a d6.
No, you're licking your boner.
We'll see if he can stop licking his rocket. You do manage to stop licking your rocket for 2 seconds, but it's already too late. He is consuming the heart.
Alright.
So,
I'm
but
going to lurch his way. I'm not going to attack him.
Okay, but as you're leaping through the air, the heart goes into his maw, incinerating into ashes, the once red, greenish flesh just disintegrating. And Hellfire, you feel calm. You feel wrathful. It's as if you are becoming the tides of the ocean. You have obtained the Kraken Relic.
Okay.
So what this does now, you can write this down. In game, you don't know this yet. Out of game, since you consumed it and the relic is now a part of you, you have the ability to channel water as well as fire.
Oh shit. Okay.
So that's pretty much it. So you are water and fire.
So I just turned into an avatar. This is cool.
Pretty much. Sanderson sisters. Roll me a d6.
Oh.
Put a spell on you.
You know what?
Big old one.
Oh.
You failed, but I'm gonna bend the rules a little bit. So,
Oh my god.
hey, fuck you, Hellfire! I just gave you something amazing. So, the Sandersons, you notice to the left a familiar book. So what are you gonna do? It's laying on that table. Okay.
What? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm excited.
Hello, my baby. Ooh.
Out of game, Trevor. You have the book behind you somewhere.
I do have the book. Actually, hold up! I know where it is! Oh shit, I almost fell!
Wait a minute. Oh, 25th anniversary, y'all.
Yeah.
No, we were actually at a convention, and this guy had handmade it in a perfect, movie accurate with spell pages in it.
No kidding.
And Beck was able to get it, and that's, I believe, what he's getting.
What?
I was under that impression.
God.
Oh.
Fuck you. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
So this is the book, ladies and gentlemen.
Book.
As she's staring at that again, all you hear is, I said follow me!
So you're standing there in front of the book. What are you gonna do now? You gonna pick it up? You're just gonna stare at it and just gawk at it, or what?
I want to.
Just time.
Is it awake?
It is.
Oh, hello, baby. And I want to pick it up.
As you pick it up, you know how you're split? Now you have the ability to channel through each personality and overtake the entirety of that form. So meaning, you can transform completely your physical appearance to one sister at a time.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
She's so calm.
essentially, yes. So,
TM.
so with each sister, if you want to use this power throughout at any point, because since this is y'all's book, you would automatically know how to do this. Each sister will have a particular set of powers. Make them up as you go. I will tell you yes or no. I'm giving you the reins over this.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So you feel the power rush through you as well. You do feel it coming through you, and you feel complete again.
I'm gonna keep a hold of the book, and then I'm gonna turn around, and it's just me standing there. But I'm like, sisters, head tracks, and then it's just gonna be me following
Okay, so you're gonna follow Johnny.
Johnny. Yeah.
Okay, Red. Now you make me a D6. Roll me a D6, please.
A D6.
Oh yeah, I'm doing some juicy stuff for you because y'all are gonna need it.
We have to see the result of your red rocket.
I'm bending the fucking rules, and you're the birthday boy. So Red. So as you, what was the last thing you were doing before we came to this point?
I was trying to get as close to Hellfire.
You were lunging through the air.
Yeah.
As you're lunging through the air, something catches your eye. It's a Native American feather, like a headpiece, like the beret that Red 13 has in the game.
Right. I'm gonna go back between Hellfire and the bye.
So you dive towards it. There's nothing obscuring your path, so you're able to close in on it. It's sitting on a small oval-shaped table with a lamp on it, but it's sitting around, it's caressing the pole itself. So it's sitting like an ornament.
Okay. I'm gonna go over there and try to get it off of the ornate thing.
Roll me a d6. Okay, so you succeed this time, legitimately. So you manage to kick it off of the lamp. Well, nudge it off the lamp, and you're able to fit it around your head. As it attaches to your head, you also feel the resurgence of power, and now you can. And I be lucky, I love you. You're now able to tap into your rage as many times as you want, whenever you want. No rolls needed.
Yes. By the way, I do, out of character real quick, I do want to say Red 13, as Wikipedia states, is a pet, dog, cat, lion thing.
Okay.
Just to clarify.
Legit.
Seems legit.
I'm trying to think here. Okay, so I've done Hellfire. I've got the Sandersons, Red. So Red, you're, like I said, you do feel complete again, and you do feel like your power restoring whole. Pandora and Crad, roll me d6s.
5.
4.
Okay, as you two are entering the room, you see everybody else is like Hellfire's over by the wall. The Sandersons are walking away towards Johnny. Red is over by a table and fuck all quadrant of the room. Now,
I forgot to say something real quick. As I put the headdress on, you hear me start going, hum, 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 and you start, like, music starts reverberating.
Is this Be Prepared?
Yes, it is. Alright, continue. I apologize.
Alright, Scar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you need steam eruptions from the floor? Because I'm not helping you with that.
You know what? Hold up. I haven't. You know what? Steam starts like popping up out of random vents around you.
Does it pop out of Hellfire?
You know what? Just for the comedic factor of this, whenever like the third like your flame spout, Hellfire goes. Anyways, Crad.
I still don't have my mask either.
No, you don't. Crad and Pandora. Crad, as you enter the room, since you rolled high enough, you also see an object sitting inside of a statue. It is a knight's blade that is black and blue, and you can sense a familiar presence. Pandora, you see a cube to your right. So here it is. It's the statue for Crad is to the left. Pandora, this box is to the right. So you do see those. So what will you two do with that information?
Go get the sword.
Okay, Pandora.
I would walk past the key for a second, walk over, and then stare up at the hearts on the shelf for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it's over still by Hellfire.
Yes. Yes. So the box is probably 10 feet away from the wall of hearts. So you can go there, examine the wall, and then still make your way towards the box if you wish.
Stand there for a second, stare at them, and I think I used to have those, but I don't have the feeling yet.
Roll me a d6.
6.
You feel. I sighed because I was, damn, the life of being a DM. So since you rolled a lightning bolt, you would remember from hearing information. You would have this information in your head that there's a hidden compartment on the wall, and you remember the exact location of this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fast forward through this so I can progress to a little bit. I want to say that you're going to walk over to the wall. You press a. God damn, that hurts. You press in one of the stones. It goes in, activates a switch, and rotates a hidden jar. It's a small, blackened heart. This is not your heart, but you would recognize this as a. I'm trying to think of this as I go. This heart in particular was the heart of a demon.
Okay.
And the reason why it's as small as it is it's been burning away over centuries. This is Hellfire's deteriorating human heart.
Oof.
I'm gonna reach up on the shelf, pull it out, walk over to Hellfire. Is this yours?
You would recognize this as the last shred of your humanity.
Yes. Yes, I have been searching for that forever. What?
You want it? Or can I have it?
I would rather I keep it if you'll give it to me.
Okay, you can have it.
So I take it from her,
Mm-hmm.
and the other thing I know what to do is I'm gonna eat it. So I'm gonna eat it.
Okay, you're gonna eat your heart. You don't feel any different, but you do feel that an important part of your pride and honor has been established. Like, you feel that coming back to you. Like, you still feel anger and resentment, but even though you resented your humanity, it's what made you who you are as the demon that you are, and set you on the path that you are currently living.
Okay.
So you feel more complete. You don't get any bonuses, but for the sake of this character, again, you feel honor has been restored. Now, as this is happening, we're going to go back over to Crad. Crad, you do chomp down on the sword's handle, and you lift it up. So, I know your ability was to roll a 5 or a 6 to summon your sword, correct? Yeah, summon elemental weapon of nearest element. This weapon is going to be known as the Conduit. The Conduit is a blade of, oh, fuck my life. I'm trying to think of, Lord of...
Blade of fuck my life.
It's the blade of Lord Gwyn. Another Dark Souls reference there for those who don't know.
Yeah.
So, as you chomp down on the sword and you lift it up, you start feeling, again, a surge of power, and you know deep down, like, without being able to say anything, well, obviously you can't say anything because you're a wolf, but you know that you can charge your elements freely now without having to summon a ghostly apparition. So for now, for the rest of this session, you can still have to make a d6 roll to summon your element, but instead of a 5 or a 6, as long as it's 4 or higher, your elements will be able to summon.
Alright.
So that's it for you, unless you want to do anything else. If you want to follow Johnny now.
Well, I want to make sure everyone else is going to do what they're told to do.
Okay, cool. Lastly, we're going to move over to Lace. Lace... God damn. I've been waiting because I can't deal with your fucking... You're like a little fucking gremlin, okay?
The funniest thing is all the stuff you've been using for everybody else, you've got references in your head. You have not watched Panty and Stocking,
No.
So this is gonna be hilarious.
I'm looking forward to this. I mean, I know it would make sense, but I'm really interested to see what you come up with.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to keep my head down for this. So Lace, as you're already in the room, you do notice a wardrobe in a dark corner of the room.
I'm listening.
What do you do?
So as she's skipping by, she's going to stop on a dime and be like, "Hold up, what the fuck?" And then she's gonna look over. And she's gonna be like, "No!" And then she's gonna like run over there really quickly, and she's gonna throw the doors open really hard.
As you throw the doors open, sitting there in this large armoire, Kyle called it in chat. It's not a lace thong; it's a lace G-string. There's a difference.
Ooh.
So anyways, it's an empty armoire and just sitting there, fashioned in such a way. It is like positioned perfectly. It's like a work of art. Is a blue lace G-string.
Oh my god.
She opens it up and she's just like, "Well, hello, gorgeous." She like kind of reaches in and she snakes it out, kind of holding it. She's just like, "This is gonna be the start of a beautiful friendship." And then she's going to just turn around and start walking towards everybody else. She's got it on her finger, kind of like, oh, where is it? She's got it on her finger kind of like this, and she's just spinning it around in a circle.
As you're spinning it in a circle, it disappears, and then reappears on your head as a sort of lace war helmet.
She's like, all right, not where I would expect to wear them, but you do you.
So
She points to the piece of fabric.
it's not a metal helmet. It's literally a lace helmet.
Oh no, I understand.
Okay, I'm just making sure. So this is known as the helmet of eternal lace.
There you go.
There we
Relatively
go.
suave. I like it.
So now, again, the same thing with like how I did with Crad. Instead of a 5 or 6 to summon your weapons, now it has to be just a 4 or higher.
Ooh, I like it.
Okay, so I've gotten to everybody, but I have to get back to Pandora. So Pandora, you did give Hellfire back his heart, but that box is still untouched.
I think we lost him.
Pandora?
You there?
Yes. Okay, we can hear you now.
Okay. So what?
Okay.
The object and then nothing.
Okay. Okay. So you gave Hellfire back his heart. Now there's still the box. You still have not touched the box or examined it or anything else. So the box is still in its location. Like I said, it's on like a little table 10 feet away from the wall of hearts.
Can Red see them looking at the box and stuff?
For this, I'll say no. Because...
dang it.
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to interact. I just want to say one thing.
What?
What's in the box?
I knew it was coming. I just wasn't ready for it still.
Oh my god.
Get over here. God dang it.
Alright.
Go ahead,
Head
sorry.
over to the box.
Okay. So, are you going to pick it up?
Not yet.
Okay. So, what are you doing?
I'm gonna stare at it.
Okay, as you're staring at it, since you're as close as you are, you would recognize this as not Pandora's box, not the box that you remember. This is an item called the Lament Configuration. It's a puzzle.
No.
It's a puzzle box. It is unsolved currently, but due to your lineage and what you are, you would know that once this puzzle has been solved, it could summon a demon of great power. Is Josh okay?
I don't know. He's messing up a story.
But-
turn to Andrew.
Hey, there's no problem with that.
Okay.
Unit venting is sometimes really great therapy.
Yes. So you would recognize. No, it's not the Millennium Puzzle, Kyle.
Oh, damn.
But we do recognize what it is. So just by looking at it, like I said, you know what it is. I think.
They're still here.
Okay.
With a couple of fingers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you pick it up, no problem. Nothing happens. It remains unsolved. So now we are going to hop back to Johnny. So Johnny, you're leading the way, and as you're walking through the dark corridors lit only by torchlight, all of you would see you're approaching a fork. There's a left path and a right path. And if you remember earlier, what was it that Dr. K said? Left!
Left it, maybe right.
Left or right? Who knows?
Red's gonna immediately look at everybody else, and then look to the left, look to the right, and goes, "We should inspect a little further down, and then come back and make sure which one is the correct."
She said left first. Going left.
Well, John.
For a metal whatchamahig, you're kind of a dumbass.
So, right where you are, Johnny, is where the schematic ends. So you don't know where else this leads. So right now, so you're going left. What is everybody else doing at this moment? Because you just see this robot just following orders. Just, she said, go left. Anybody?
She kind of looks down both of the pathways and she's like, which one leads me to heavens or sugar? Either one. The robot doesn't have a taste bud. I'm gonna go right, and then she's gonna skip off in that direction.
As Lace does that, Lace.
Yes.
We should follow the robot not because of taste, but because we need to stick together. Sadly, and I look over at Hellfire and go, really sadly.
So, I understand what you're saying, but here's what I don't understand. How can you guys...
I'll give you sweets if you follow me.
Revel in this world's greatest commodity, sweets, with... And then she points over at Hellfire. No internal digestion system. I don't even know if dogs can eat sugar, and then that one's a robot.
I will give you sweets if you follow me.
Fine, but I gotta find these heavens eventually, and she's gonna start skipping to the left.
I'm gonna head to the left, right after Metal Ass too.
Okay. Hellfire, Sanderson's, Crad, and Pandora.
Would I remember anything of the labyrinth?
No, you do not. The labyrinth is ever changing.
Okay.
Ooh. What kind of labyrinth?
I would probably stop and turn around and look up at the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Look up at Crad, I guess. What's your sense of smell, Sim?
Crad, roll me a d6.
1.
You smell my ass. No.
You smell death and decay both ways.
Ew. That doesn't smell like sugar.
It smells like someone said Uncle Ben.
Or El Michigan.
Stop. Okay, so I'm just gonna say this. You, even though you smell death and decay both ways, you are. I'm gonna bend the rules a little bit more. You are gonna go. It's saying your gut instinct saying to go left.
I'll just like do the nose point thing towards the left.
The nose point.
I imagine this big dog literally going, ding.
All right, Hellfire and Sanderson's, are you gonna be following suit?
Yep.
Regrettably, I see that look at Hellfire. Like, yeah, I'll go. So
Hellfire wants to go the other way.
So
to light the way, just because he's got like a calm above him, like a newfound like purpose in life, even though he's still pissed off at the red mutt. So with his right hand that was not working before, he's going to attempt to shoot a fireball down the left corridor to light what's ahead of us.
Go ahead, roll me d6.
Lightning bolt.
You conjure a non-lethal fireball, like you with your newfound power. You summon a bright ball, encase it in an orb of water, solidify it into glass, some fucking how. I'm just roll with it, and you're able to shoot it down the hallway. It's kind of like a will-o-wisp, and it's lighting the way for you guys.
No, the reason I did that is because I don't know about the water, right? I only know about the fire.
Yeah, fire is all you've ever known. So, I will let you know this, guys. You all chose the correct... Since we're all going left, you all chose the correct path. The right path would have been immediate death. And I'll say... I'll say this because I created an enemy called the Glasgow Smile. So, the Glasgow Smile, for those who are familiar with Dark Souls, it looks like the Dancer of the Boreal Valley.
Gosh.
I will show a picture to you guys in chat a little later. But the description that I gave for it, a figure of disproportionate size, leaning to one side and brandishing a rather large scimitar, which is a Persian sword. And as soon as you would have entered into its lair, it would have said, "Smile for me!" And it would have lunged at all of you, and you all would have had to roll D6s or being thrown into combat with half your health taken away.
So Red, aka me, saved my lover's the life of my ally.
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry, you're what?
And let me tell you this: I'm probably going to bring this. I'm probably going to bring this creature back at some point, but let me throw this in there before we continue. His ultimate was the Glasgow Smile. 6d6 to hit, 10d6 damage. And what it does, it pounces on you, shoves a dagger into your mouth, and cuts open your jaw from one end and the other, severing your jaw.
So it looks like Kyle's mouth now.
Yeah, you know how
that jaw to eat sweets.
Well, actually, there was one that was actually worse. It's called the Glasgow Slam. 3d6 to hit, 6d6 damage. The Glasgow lifts you up and jumps 40 feet into the air, and spiral drops you onto the concrete below, immediately shattering both of your legs. But you have chosen well, Johnny 005. Okay, so we're gonna pop this forward. So as you guys are walking down the left side of the labyrinth, and the way is lit by the fireball that Hellfire has protruded, you come to an opening. Fire and brimstone fill the air. The crags of the wall laced with smoke and magma. Steam permeates through the air, obscuring 20 feet in front of you at all times. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the beginning of the labyrinth.
Dun, dun, dun.
FML.
Red's gonna take in a big meow. Woof.
Johnny, your internal database is now completely wiped of the schematics. You have no idea where to go because this is now a magically fortified area, and you're now inside an anti-technology zone.
You're welcome.
What can I say except...
So right in front of you is the opening to the labyrinth, the one opening, and then obviously you can assume there's going to be different corridors. So what is everyone doing?
As we were walking, Lace has taken off the other stocking that she had on, but has put her boots back on, so she's got shoes on. And she's just holding them. Just holding them.
Red's gonna walk up to Lace and kind of nuzzle against her legs, her left leg, and go, you can wear me. I make a nice neckerchief.
She leans down really close into his ear to where only he can hear, and she goes, I would love that, but you're not made of the right material.
Hey, fur is clothing. Sometimes.
Ew.
And then then she stands back up and keeps walking.
Okay,
Well,
so...
while that's going on, Johnny's just gonna be like, no, data found.
What is data, Mister Shiny Butt?
Info.
He's broken.
And this is the one that's in charge? Oh boy.
We need a sharp stick to see if we can poke him hard enough to get him working again.
Crack.
Okay, as Johnny is spazzing out, you hear a voice inside of all of your heads saying, "It is time. Enter the labyrinth. Find the peace before the end is near. And you, Sandersons, are now the new leader.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Lead the way, not into temptation, but to damnation."
Ooh.
What voice in headset?
And Johnny, you're now, you can, as the voice fades, your circuits, well, since I said anti-technology, you are now able to revert to normal, but you do not know the way, you do not know the way.
You do not know the way.
But...
Oh, no, Mr. Johnny 5, no the way.
So you pretty much reboot. You reboot.
That reboot. No, I could have swore you just said he got hit by an anti-tank missile, and I'm like, what?
Yes.
Anti-tank missile, boom. All right,
Yes, buddy boy.
Okay, Sandersons, you are now the group leader.
Oh yay.
That must have been Mary.
Yeah. Okay. What?
Oh, I was just laughing. Sorry.
Okay. Metal man, everyone, let's go this way.
I'm gonna look at the Banter's sister and go, why can't you use your whole mouth?
This is just how I talk.
No.
Well,
Remember now, Sandersons, you can assume the form of any of the sisters completely and talk in that one voice rather
Oh no,
than...
she's talking like Mary, because Mary talks.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yes. Okay, so you're assuming the form of Mary.
Yeah, we've got Mary, the side talker. we've got
the
Sarah.
blonde bombshell, Sarah,
yeah, Sarah,
Yeah.
the bombshell slut.
and then Winifred.
Yes.
And what is the redhead, correct?
Winifred's the head.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Yeah,
if I
okay.
say her, I'll fuck your.
So, Red, you notice that instead of being split, the Sanderson is assuming the form of one sister now, but still talking like that. Red, did you break?
Yeah, I only heard half, but yes, I see one sister, right?
Yes, you see like the complete form of one sister, which is now the form
Okay.
of Mary.
I'm gonna look and like, I liked your multicolored dress better. What happened?
You know, I just looked at the book, and you know, this happened.
Do you want to ride?
If it's as long as it's female.
No. As she says ooh, I look over at the giant wolf and go, nah, sorry, I tried to help. And then I turn back and start walking just one random direction.
Okay. Is everybody else going to be going through the labyrinth? Crad, Pandora, do you have anything to input before we move forward into the labyrinth?
I
Input.
would pull out my vial of dandelion seeds. Pop open the port. I'm gonna attempt to float.
Like to float above the labyrinth?
Like, not above it, just like hover off the ground.
Okay, that's fine.
Just so when the
So
pit
use my
falls
magic
out from
to
underneath
set
of
off
us, she's
any
safe.
pressure plates.
Okay, okay, Lace was talking at the same time that you were. What'd you say, Cody?
I said just use magic to avoid pressure plates.
Is that what Pandora's doing currently?
I assume so.
Okay.
I was just being mad.
Oh, well, you're floating, Pandora. So now what?
And it was told to us that the Saunders now,
Yes.
and we're heading into the entrance to the labyrinth.
Yes, this is the first opening. Because as you came to the end of that corridor, it opens up into a large area, but everything else is sealed off. Like it's a solid wall of stone, and then there's the one. Well, yeah, there's the stone walls, and then there's an opening, and all you see is fire, brimstone, smoke, all that shit. But there's only one opening leading into the labyrinth.
I would probably look up at Crad. Suppose we should be going.
All right. I know I didn't give you a chance to interact Hellfire, but we're running out of time, so I'm going to fast forward this. You guys managed to navigate through the labyrinth. You actually had to cut out a boss fight but as you guys proceed through the labyrinth, you are nearing the center, and as you get closer, the feeling of dread and impending doom begins to consume all of you. And as this feeling sweeps over, you come to a black fog gate.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
So it's black fog, and it seems to be solid. So what's everybody going to do now?
I wanna turn into Winifred
Okay.
and like in the movie, you see her conjure up like energy, like green lightning energy, and I just wanna shoot a little bolt toward it to see what happens.
As you shoot the bolt, the wall takes the hit, but it's absorbed into it. So even though it's solid, it went completely through.
Can I see this?
Yes, you can. All of you can see this.
I'm gonna full charge at this, and as I charge, I'm literally gonna yell out. I'm like, and then at the very end, to myself, I'm gonna be like,
Okay, Red, you charge completely through the fog gate. Or I'll see what everybody else is doing. So you just see Red completely go through this fog gate. No issue whatsoever.
Since I think this is a Dark Souls reference, I'm going to traverse the fog.
You are going to traverse the fog. It is a Dark Souls reference.
I hate Dark Souls. I hate Dark Souls.
Before we proceed, would anyone like to be healed?
Kate Sith. I need Kate Sith.
I mean, I'm good for some heals.
Yeah.
2 points gone.
So, Chief, so with this glass orb thingy that I've created,
Yes.
Clearly out of my ass, can I see if I could expand it to, like, fit into it to go through this black, like, use it as, like, a vessel to go through?
Yeah, it can go through the fog, yes.
No, I meant, like, me go inside of the sphere.
Oh,
He doesn't want the fog to touch
no, you cannot. We're not going that far, sir. You're not the fucking Avatar.
No, I was just hoping for a Glinda moment. Okay, that's fine.
No, you're not right. You don't have a magic bubble either. You're not the wicked witch of the east, bro.
No, he's the wicked bitch of the undead.
Okay, so then I'm gonna, like, have the orc come back to me. I'm gonna hold on to it, and I'm gonna walk through.
Okay, so Red jumped through. Sif walked through. Pandora, did you say you went through?
Yes.
Okay, so Pandora went through. This, so that leaves Johnny, Lace, and the Sandersons.
Well, I'm going to attempt to heal late.
You know what? Let's see. I know you had to roll for your heals, but I'm gonna let it pass. It's only fucking 2 points of health.
Loot. Full health, feeling it.
Oh yeah, them 2 points from consuming some goop.
It could have been sweet, you don't know that. I mean, you did, but she didn't.
Okay, so now you're at full health, Lace. So Sandersons, Lace, Johnny, all of your teammates have gone through. Well, teammates. All the people you may know traverse through the fog.
She's going to attempt to turn the stocking she's been holding into a weapon.
Go ahead.
I rolled a 3.
You somehow failed that. So it's just. So you can. You know what? I'll go ahead, re-roll. I'll give you one re-roll. Now let's hope. Let me see if you can succeed there. I'm being generous tonight. I'm being frisky. You take your helmet changes shape, and now it's just the G-string sitting on top of your head, like Panty Boy style.
Gross.
So you have to roll like 5 or 6 to get your weapons now, since the helmet's like, what the fuck?
That's fine. So what's essentially going to happen is she's not walking through that veil without her hammer, so I can sit here and roll dice until we get it, or we can just fast forward and say she.
No, fuck it. You get your fucking hammer. You get your hammer, but the panties stay the same.
That's fine.
So what does the hammer look like? Is it like Ramona Flowers' hammer, or is it like Thor hammer?
It is as tall as she is, because it's 2 of her stockings put together long-wise. The mallet head, because it's actually going to be a mallet, is unnecessarily large compared to her size. It doesn't look like she should be able to hold this motherfucker, but she seems to do it effortlessly.
So DM, it's Harley Quinn mallet.
Correct.
Okay.
And on the face of the hammer is just a lace pattern on both sides.
Of fucking course. Okay.
And then now she's got her hammer. She's gonna skip through the fog.
Okay. So I'm assuming that Johnny and the Saunders are also just going to go through the fog unless you guys need to do something. Okay. Everybody's through the fog now. Okay, so it is I somehow managed to fill 2 hours with just narration. Are you guys okay with doing a battle, or because I know some of you have to like be up early.
I'm Gabe.
I'm alright.
We're good.
Yeah.
Or if need be, you guys can make it a 2-parter, whichever one. I'm down with either.
Well, okay. That's I would say.
That's you. That's your call, Josh.
Do we want to make this a 2-parter and let Trevor do next week as X2?
Hex
As
the
long-
second.
Is
As long
everybody
as-
okay?
As long as we don't go to the third one, because we all
No.
know the third one usually sucks.
No. Hey. Yes.
No. I meant with the X thing.
Yeah.
That was a joke. That was
I know.
I know. Well, I was thinking Final Fantasy X.
Lace loves
Oh.
the 3 X's, so she's not
Orange.
gonna say anything.
Alright, so okay, is everybody agreed? Next week will be X2, the continuation of Chief Ducky DMing.
Sure.
I'm game.
Well, before we end this, as you all go through the fog, the entire room is dark. And this is not just a normal type of dark. It is a supernatural blackness. So none of you can even see in front of you. You can't see each other. But damn it, I wish I had something near me. Okay, so I have to use my keys for the sound of this, but you know what? Go with it because I don't have shit near me. But in the darkness you hear the sound of metal clanking, like heavy metal, and
What's coconuts?
cutting through the darkness are two piercing red eyes, and then the last thing you hear before it charges towards you.
Oh my.
That's not me.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was the mono black minotaur of the void.
Ugh.
So that is the end for tonight's episode. Did you guys? Okay, this is my first time DMing with all of you guys. I do D&D with Josh, Courtney, and Cody. But for you four, how was it? Like, did you guys have fun? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
I had the most fun watching you pull out Lace's power up out of your rear end.
You're welcome.
Knowing nothing about
I was loving the shit out of that. I was like, he's got
surprised.
nothing. Let's see this.
I was surprised I guessed right.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys. Okay. So I actually had to cut out a boss fight. Because this would have taken. Okay. So the left path of the labyrinth. So what would have happened is, as you were walking through the labyrinth, you would have encountered two obstructions, a mirror, and I know who's ever watched this anime will get to this reference, but it's an enchanted mirror with invisible tethers surrounding it. 5 feet in front of it, if you stand 5 feet in front of it, the tethers will latch on, dig into your flesh, and pull you in.
It's Bobo's dad. Holy shit.
Well, it's a combination of the enchanted mirror from like just normal enchanted mirrors, and the invisible tethers is a reference to Elfin Lead.
Oh yeah, with Murder Chick.
I was like, wait a
I
minute,
remember
that's-
Murder Chick.
And the other one would have been poisonous sludge that all of you would have been thrown into, and you would have had to roll to get out. If not, you would have immediately died. And then if you all would have...
Do you know how pissed I would have been if you melted off the lace?
I know.
Trevor's not afraid of killing characters.
Now
Oh
this...
no, I could tell.
Now this would have been like, I hate that we had to skip straight to the Minotaur, but I mean I could have technically put this boss fight in there if I knew that we were gonna do a part 2. But who here has watched Berserk?
I have not.
It's a long time.
Nope.
Okay,
Wait,
so
wait, you have to clarify the original Berserk, the 3-movie Berserk, or the new Berserk.
original Berserk.
Okay, I have not watched the original.
Well, okay, did you watch the movie ones then?
Yes.
Okay, this still the movies is the entire 28 episodes condensed into 3 films. So that is technically the entirety of Berserk. But anyways, the first boss fight, the badass boss fight, besides the glass gas. The what?
Oh, the guy in the cave. Or the thing in the cave?
What's the thing in the cave? What the fuck are you talking about?
That there was a thing in the cave.
There are a lot of things in caves. That's Goblin Slayer that you're probably thinking of. What the fuck?
I've never watched Goblin. No, I'm talking about Berserk. The thing in the cave that... I don't know. Ignore me.
Oh no! You mean in the demon god, fuck! I can't remember his fucking name. I know who you're talking about. The one that has the wings and shit. The one that looks like Baphomet. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. No, it wasn't gonna be that guy. And for those who have watched Berserk, it would have been the God Hand. You would have been fight 4 grotesque eldritch horrors, each of them with their own unique abilities. And technically, you all would have been doing like 1v1s. And with Hellfire's new abilities, he would have fought the leader. The Sandersons would have fought Slut instead of Slan.
The irony.
I know. So she would have fought her because she's the only female of the God Hand. And I know female, but this would have been a badass fight because she has the powers. Okay. So we all know Medusa with snake heads, right? Well,
yes.
Well, Slut, on the other hand, her hair is made of organs.
Ew.
She would have the power to manipulate the blood and be able to make copies of herself. And since I would have given, I'm gonna keep this a juicy fucking hidden ability from you, Robin. But you would have unlocked an ability from the book. You would have there's something in that book that's going to give you a little juicy little tidbit. That's all I'm going to give you. Pandora, I keep saying Sif. Pandora, Red, and Crad would have fought the Fat Baby. That's his name, the Fat Baby. And then Lace and Johnny would have fought the. Oh god, so there's fuck. You can't fight with Lace. Let me pull this up really quick.
No, he would have tried to wrestle with Lace and ignore whoever they were trying to fight.
Yep.
That's absolutely fair. Oh yeah, so there's to describe these people, there's the Fat Baby who's literally, it's going to be a blob with a choker around his neck, constricting his face upward into a permanent.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then the other one would have been the Manipulator. The Manipulator would have been sitting on this levitating chair, kind of like MODOK, if anybody's familiar with MODOK from Marvel. So that's what he looks like. And I will send a picture of the God Hand from Berserk to our chat. But yeah, that would have been the first boss fight, and you all would have unlocked abilities from your respective keepsakes / relics. The only one that got a relic was Hellfire. Everything else were accessories that I just wanted to throw in. Yeah. So, and yeah, and that box that Pandora had, the Lament configuration, for those who, it's from Hellraiser, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's funny. It's just another relic. He has no idea how to...
Yeah. But, and I like the whole idea. You're like, oh, the Jar of Hearts. And I think somebody said Jar of Dirt. I'm like, okay, you're going to fucking eat Davy Jones's heart.
I got a jar of dirt.
Yeah. But, oh, go ahead.
So what would have Johnny
And my
got
own.
if he didn't just go, follow me, if he would have stayed in the room?
You would have found an upgrade chip that would have allowed you to fire concentrated plasma.
Oh.
And, I mean, plasma is the hottest substance, I think, known to man. You would have been able to melt through anything. But sadly, you're still a badass robot. Don't get me wrong.
If you're
You gotta remember, you're a
real
robot.
Johnny 5, you've got a fucking laser beam. That's all you need.
You got a motherfucking laser beam.
Yeah, you
but
gotta remember. You're... Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
No, his weakness is butterflies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And you gotta remember, if we're in like 1700s, this robot is way ahead.
Also, question among everyone, how does everyone think I played Johnny 5?
You did, dude. It was perfect. As like the robot, it was so fucking good.
Well,
You did well.
The original roles were supposed to be Kyle as Hellfire and Ryan as Johnny 5.
Oh my god. I would have been okay with either one.
As soon as you said I was Johnny 5, I was like,
oh, this is gonna come in handy.
You
so
being Johnny
well.
5 is an interesting play for me because he's known for making 70s and 80s references, and based on the time frame, the 70s and 80s references don't exist. So
Yeah, right.
I don't know what that leaves him. Just he's a robot.
That is a big key, and then Ryan told me Hellfire is me, and I'm like, I've got to make Ryan Hellfire.
And well, the thing is, it's like, oh, he blatantly does things without thinking and lashes out in anger. Oh, that's literally Ryan in Relic Hunters, in Dimensional Force. That's him in the. It's like just how I play. But I mean, I'm a reactionary guy. I can't help it. I'm a reactionary player.
I almost played Jennifer, which would have been Jennifer from Jennifer's Body, the succubus, and that would have been hilarious.
I was surprised that it didn't come to removing the dress because I was prepared to do it. It just didn't get to that point. I have an idea what I'm turning it into if I can weaponize it, but oh boy, that's a lot of lace.
Andrew, you told me before, whenever I first threw this idea at you, you told me, just wait, my character's going to become naked at some point.
It's going to happen. Because the way you've structured her, the more crap she turns into weapons, the bigger and more fantastic the weapons get.
Yep,
and I figured if the last boss is going to be as bad as I'm thinking, she's just like, fuck it, and there it all goes.
Well, see, I'm waiting for the DM to let you give away the weapons.
Wow.
I was super concerned because the DM doesn't know this, but Josh, I was concerned that you were going to fucking tell him this and ruin this. Her weapons don't work on non-ghosts in canon. So she can have a hammer and a gun and a knife and a flail and poison, but it wouldn't work on anything that's not already dead.
Yep.
So the reason why she pointed up to her own head and pulled the trigger is because in her canon, even if she did fire, it would just plink off of her skull, making an annoying little tink.
Lol.
Because fucking she does that in the show. She just gets on top of somebody and starts shooting them in the head, but it won't do anything. So it's just
So now that we're at the quote-unquote Relic Roundtable, tonight we're going to call it the Creation Circle.
Ooh.
For tonight and next week, we are calling it the Creation Circle.
Oh boy. So, Cody, Courtney, did you guys have fun tonight?
Yeah. Well, other than all the technology issues.
Yeah, it happens.
Because we've had such a rough time with the storms, we were at power for almost 2 days.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh.
We had power back at 3 a.m. thereabouts.
Ooh.
So I'm assuming that there's just a little bit of issues still, and that's why our screens froze, or my computer decided it wanted to act up. Because there might still be issues with the internet companies and everything out here.
Yeah, no way. Yeah.
No, y'all are fine. Just fuck, what was I gonna say? I got comfortable, my mind got foggy. Pandora, that box. At first, it was like on the whim change. I was originally going to have it be Pandora's box, but I'm like, oh, that was already brought into Relic Country. So I'm like, aha! I know of another box.
So okay, so Trevor, me and you are gonna have to sit down because you got to remember, I've brought this box in already.
I know you have.
So yeah, we have to sit down. I'm not going to discuss this on stream, but me and you have to sit down before next episode. And I won't use this in game, but I have to know where you're going with this so we can make this canon.
Is this Trevor's tricky way into getting his episodes into canon? Who knows?
Yes. Well, Josh himself put that coin in that laboratory, making a cannon.
Yep. That's why I have to talk to Trevor before we do anything next episode.
Oh no, trust me, Josh. I plan on talking.
The player didn't touch the fucking coin.
Oh, I was waiting for somebody. I was waiting for someone to go after the coin.
And no one did, which I'm happy about.
Well, you ruined it. If you'd have said it was a heaven or even hinted at the fact that it could be a heaven, Lace would have been all on that shit. But you specifically said it had a beer mug on it. And beer is not sweet and delicious.
I said it had a beer mug on one side.
Yeah, but heavens are two sides of a giant H.
You could have told her it was a
That's what they are.
chocolate-covered coin.
Yeah, I
Fucking she'd have been all over that shit too. My girl is jonesing for some sweets. 2 hard candies is not gonna do her in.
So
Nah,
everybody
wait.
had fun tonight, though.
Yeah, it was different. It was good.
Dude, I loved it. Like,
have
Trevor.
to use Ryan's fire against him to break you two up out of a fight. but-
Yeah. I was waiting for you to like literally like absorb fire into a sword or like into a sword, flash both of us.
Well, I was like, if you two, well, when you said that we can settle this here, I was expecting the spirit of fucking vengeance to pick a fight right there. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do some shit, and then he's like, all right, we can talk this out. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm confused.
So if nobody knows, the red, I literally looked into his character and on Final Fantasy VII, literally said, that wasn't there. There it is. Number 13. Brought up as a pup and put through strenuous experience. Blah, blah, blah. I hate gargoyles. There we go.
The irony.
Being polite to most, overly curious, and extremely observant. Red never makes a move without weighing all of the options.
Which is a complete opposite.
Look at that
of
whole
Hellfire.
amount of forethought.
There's a reason I put both of these characters into the game. And thank you, Trevor, for being an awesome DM. Like, I can't,
Oh.
me as a DM and as now a player and having this is our universe, but this is my baby. You have done awesome with it. Thank you so much. And coming from the bottom of my heart on my birthday, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, man. I'm just glad that everybody enjoyed my DMing. I literally was so fucking nervous in the beginning. I was like, I'm gonna potato out right now.
Now I'm ready for JoJo.
I'm just glad that you all are comfortable with the idea of losing your characters because it's going to make Monster Hunter a lot easier.
Well,
Go ahead, Trevor.
I was like, well, yeah, I'm perfectly okay with dying.
Because there are many things that'll do that shit.
So while we have that topic brought up, who wants to play Relic Hunters? Raise your hand. Or not Relic Hunters, Monster Hunter. Who wants to play Monster Hunter? Raise your
I
hand.
want to play, but I can't.
Alright, so we got Ryan, Kyle, Trevor, both creative cookie cosplay. Robin, you do not want to play?
I can barely keep up with one, so.
No, I understand. But we still want you as part of the group. Like I said, if you don't want to play Monster Hunter, that's fine. But you are still part of this family. So whenever any other D&D comes up, if Relic Hunters finishes or when it finishes, we want you a part of it.
Okay.
Okay.
And you can be a guest on Monster Hunter because Lord knows there's going to be fucking NPCs.
Yep.
So many goddamn NPCs. So many.
And we now know Robin can play 3 characters.
Trust me, those skills are needed.
I didn't even know what I was gonna do with it. I just kind of with it.
Well, you said you're like, I like that one, and I'm like, okay, it's yours. And then Ryan had asked me after I already told you, has anybody chosen the Sandersons? I was like, darn it, that would have been hilarious. But I don't know what character you would have chosen, Robin.
If it hadn't have been that one, it would have been the what was his name? Lightyear?
But the Buzz
Mr.
Lightyear,
Lightyear.
basically.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, there
Remember
are
that was the second.
Yeah,
that was
there are
the second one I
Yeah.
chose.
By the way, everybody in chat, there are characters you have not seen that were created that DM may or may not choose to use. If not, they may come into actual Relic Hunters continuity. So we will see.
I was
now I
dying
have-
laughing actually when I made the whole comment of going, "Mom?" It's like completely out of character. Oh, I just thought it was hilarious.
DM any words?
If this is going to end up being canon, I have to now make the hard decision of trying, if I'm going to A, try and keep Lace around, or if B, I want her killed off in a hilarious fashion that can be brought up later.
Bless this.
Because I will sack characters off for a quick joke. Don't you fucking think I won't.
I know you would.
So motherfucking quick. A quick joke, and I'm like, maybe cause Lace's life, whatever.
So DM,
Yep.
aka ChiefDucky, do you have anything to say? Do you have anything about your games? Did you have fun?
I had fun. I had plenty fun. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I really did. But it's weird. I don't have to go to bed, so I'm not stressing about ending this episode. But I know various other people do.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and cut it here for the night, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. And
Wait! Don't end it yet.
I'm doing my outro. Shut the fuck up.
I got a ChiefDucky.
Well, let ChiefDucky it. Give me a fucking second. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for all the support. I swear to God, Ryan, I will rip your asshole off.
Damn it, Ryan, you beat me to it by like 0.06 seconds. You son of a bitch.
Do it at KaiCon, bitch.
No, bitch.
Yes, before you end it, Relic Hunters will be at a KaiCon.
Yes, all of us will be there.
And we are, at least I am planning, hopefully, sadly, Creative Cookie Cosplay may not be able to be there, but we will have a mini episode at a KaiCon because we are not going to have an episode that Sunday. So, everybody be ready for a special Saturday episode at a KaiCon.
Yeah, Friday.
Yes, you guys will be there.
The wedding might be done with by the time, or we might not have to be there by the time you guys do it, depending on the time.
Yeah, depending on the time. Continue, ChiefDucky. I am sorry.
I was gonna say thank you all for tuning in, and hopefully you guys enjoyed my style of DMing. And next week we're going to do potentially the final battle, potentially not. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But exactly, I might be able to. I might throw a curveball at you. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I can't wait to do this next week. And as always, thank you all. Again, I want to say thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next week. And before we head out, happy birthday again, Josh.
Thank you.
Yay!
I love all of you. Thank you for a wondrous birthday. That's like I said, I've been drinking, so thank you. And before we sign off, it's morphin time. Oh no, it wasn't turned on! It wasn't turned on!
Good job.
Wait a fuck.
Wait, this is awkward.
Did the battery die? There we go!
Did the battery die? Man, I've had a few problems.
Oh my god. Alright.
Folks, this is what happens when you drink too much, okay? This is what happens.
Don't drink and morph.
Don't drink and morph.
Don't drink and morph.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.